Hey everybody, I'm here to just do a comparison between the Mesa Triple Rectifier and the Carvin V3M heads. This is going to be kind of just a little comparison of a few of my settings that I like, my tones. Probably not a really in-depth of what both of them can do, but just kind of a little comparison to give you guys an idea of the difference in tones. So right now I'm on the V3. I'm using Epiphone Les Paul, just in the pickup selection in the middle, so the neck and the bridge pickup. And this is on the clean channel. This is in the middle right here. We can go to the bright setting up here and hear how that sounds. And then now we'll switch it down to the soak setting, which gives it a little bit more low end to it. So you can kind of see my amp settings. This knob right here, or this little switch right here, just kind of scoops the mids, like pulls it in and out. So here's how it sounds with it up. So that's kind of the clean setting. Now we'll move on to the number 2 channel. On the Carvin V3M, the number 2 and the number 1 channels are pretty much identical. So here's my settings for channel 2. I use this as like a kind of chorus, lead in, or just a lighter distortion. So this is up in intense. We can pull this switch down here. That goes to classic mode. So let's hear how that sounds. Okay, then we'll go down to the bottom selector. This one is thicker sound, just brings more bottom end in. And then same thing on this. This has like a scooped EQ, so we'll just put it in the middle, and we'll turn the EQ to the up position. I'll pull it down to the bottom position. That's kind of my settings. I like the sound of this Carvin amp more with the EQs in the bottom setting. It takes a little bit of the muddiness away from it. So here's the first channel. This is exactly the same as number 2. I have these pretty similar. I just took the EQ and pulled it up on this one. It just kind of gives it a little bit more of a fatter tone for heavier choruses and stuff. So you can kind of hear like it's a little bit more deep. I won't go through the modes, the thick, classic, and intense. They're all pretty much the same as number 2. Same with the EQ settings. So now we'll move on to the Mesa Triple Rectifier. Okay, now we're on to the Mesa Triple Rectifier. We're on the clean channel right now. This one just has a clean and a pushed. I like the cleans. That's why I went with the higher wattage amplifiers, because I wanted that extra headroom for really super clean cleans. So I'm just going to show you my settings on the clean. Here's how it sounds. Alright, so that's the clean channel on the Mesa. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, here's the second channel on the Mesa. This one is voiced different than the third channel. This one's just a little bit lighter. I use this one just to go into maybe lead-ins to choruses and stuff like that when I want a little bit lighter distortion. So here's how it sounds. I'm on the vintage mode on this one because it's even just a little bit less growly on this one. So here's how it sounds on the vintage mode. Okay, and then we're gonna pull it down to modern. Actually, let's go up to raw because that one's a little bit less than the vintage mode. So here's how this sounds. So a little bit less bite, maybe more for doing some bluesy stuff. So here's the modern sound on the channel 2. So that one just kind of adds a little bit more volume and punch to it, kind of for that modern sound. So that's the Mesa on channel 2. Okay, here's the third channel. Got this one on raw. This one's voiced a little bit more grittier than the channel 2, so this is just a little bit more in the higher end area than channel 2 is. Let's pull this one down to vintage. All right, and then let's pull this one into modern. This one's going to give a little more bite. So there you go. This is the Mesa Boogie. This is the triple rectifier. Those are the comparisons between the Mesa and the V3M. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to subscribe or leave comments, that'd be awesome. Thanks for watching.